How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. Thank you so much for joining on this live feed on this beautiful day right here on the border between Mexico and Guatemala. Thank you so much for joining in. Viejón, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo anda con el calor? There is the other port of entry right there. As you see the Guatemala flag on that side, right there on the far end. That is Guatemala right there, as the irregular crossings continue into our country of Mexico. You will see one right now, as it right now crossing over here. This is people that they are crossing back and forth from Guatemala to Mexico. They're just right now they're arriving to this side. This is how easy it is to just cross from one side and cross to the other one. This is how easy it is, and they're crossing over here, as this is the Suchiate port of entry. And as you can see, it's a normal day. ¿Qué dice? Buenas. ¿Cómo andan? ¿Cómo andan? Ah, sí, ¿qué quieres? Ven pues. You see the... Ah, no, pues sí, ¿ah? Que valga la pena. This is the port of... This is no port of entry or exit. This is just a river that basically it tells you that there's no port of entry. There is a port of entry, which is that one. That is basically the Rodolfo Robles Bridge. Why I came over here? I came over here to, again, for everybody that are watching, again, to show you that the border, it is not closed in south border of Mexico, which it provides this huge infrastructure failure between the countries of Mexico and Guatemala. The influx is continuing. It is a non-stop effect. It is the country of Mexico who is suffering from this enormous influx. And it is because of the government of our current president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, which he is continuing with this open border agenda. As you see, a lot of these people are from Guatemala, so they cross irregularly to our country, as Mexicans cross also irregular also to Guatemala. But this is, it's just amazing how this enormous influx has affected so much our borders in the north, and the way that it's affecting right now the United States of America is just unbelievable. And as you're going to see right here, it is just an irregular day for a water raft to cross to the United States, to Mexico. It's just a regular day. Bringing, 10, 20 people. To the other side. This is how it is. This is how it is. It's unbelievable. Te quiero hacer una pregunta. ¿Estás trabajando? ¿Sí? Si nomás nos damos una vuelta del río para enfrente y para allá y para acá, ¿qué? ¿Cuánto me cobras? ¿En medio? ¿En medio? ¿Y me puedes dar raite para allá? ¿O está muy fuerte la corriente? ¿Sí? Ahorita me caigo si me quedo parado, ¿ah? ¿Sí? ¿De dónde eres tú? ¿De Guatemala? I'm gonna jump in the water raft. ¿Cuánto me cobras? ¿Cuánto me cobras? Háblale. Lucas! I'm gonna jump in the water raft, people, so you guys can see how easy it is. How easy it is for me to go back and forth from one side to another. Désele, Lucas. ¿Has intentado ir a los Estados Unidos? No. ¿No quieres irte tú unas caravanas? No. Mucho problema, ¿eh? Está cabrón. ¡Eh!
¡Está de turno! Sí. ¿Cuánto le cobran? Dice.
We're gonna jump right here on the water raft. How's everybody doing? This is the water raft that I'm gonna jump right here for you guys to see, for you guys to understand how easy it is for us to cross to Guatemala and to go back and forth. But I'm just gonna stay in the middle. ¿Qué rollo, viejón? Quiero nomás a la mitad, porque si tú te vas de allá para acá ya me va a subir otro, ¿ah? ¿Eh? Sí, entonces.
¿Solo usted?
Sí.
¿Solo para allá? Va, mira, dar una cámara. Si solo.
Ok, ¿cuánto me cobra?
No te las acuerdas, ¿no vas a llegar? Solo vuelta, dice, no quede todo para allá, no quede todo para allá, a tu lado. El chavo no quiere todo para allá, ¿cuánto las acuerdas?
So here we go. We're gonna jump on a water raft, just for you guys to understand how easy it is to cross to one side to another. They're gonna give me a tour, and I just wanted to do this for you guys to see how easy it is. This is unbelievable. This is the way a border should not function. ¿Qué rollo? Prensa. Mira, si te vas para allá te dicen algo, si grabo a la mitad no, ¿verdad?
No.
Ok, entonces la corriente está muy fuerte, ¿ah?
Sí,
para que le dé.
¿Cuánto
no.
las acuerdas? ¿Solo hermano?
Yo voy solo, sí.
200 pesos. Sí.
¿200 pesos?
Sí.
¿Nada más? No es cierto. Está bien, 200 pesos. Órale pues. No, ya le vas a acomodar, ya le van a acomodar.
Pero no va a tardar muchos minutos, si mucho, 5 minutos. Si va a tardar más, ya hace más.
Ok.
5 minutos, porque uno va y viene y tarda unos 5 minutos.
Ajá.
Después digo, si va a tardar más, va a ser más. Si va a ser más de 5 minutos,
Mira,
5 minutos,
te voy a pagar los 200 y ahorita que venga ya vemos cuánto tiempo, ¿ok? Y yo les doy más. Que vámonos arreglando, hombre.
Ahí.
No se pongan así.
No te pena.
Ya. Ahorita déjame regresar de grabar y ahorita te doy una moneda, ¿cómo no?
¿Solo va a grabar de aquel lado?
Sí, saluda aquí a toda la gente. ¿De dónde eres?
¿De aquí?
¿De aquí de Tapachula?
No, de Cún.
¿De Tucún? ¿De Guatemala?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Nunca te has querido ir en una caravana para allá?
No.
¿No?
Porque no soy inmigrante.
¿No eres migrante? ¿No eres feliz tú así? ¿Sí? ¿Te gusta tu país? ¿Eres feliz en Guatemala?
Sí.
Sí, chócala pues.
Está de regreso.
Sí, ahorita regreso. Échenle ganas. The kids, man. I asked the kids if they were happy to be in Guatemala, if they're happy just to be in Guatemala. And I said, have you ever tried to migrate into another country? And have you ever tried to migrate into another country? And he said, no. And I said, why? And he said, because I'm not a migrant.
¿Ah?
I'm not a migrant. ¿Está fuerte la corriente, ¿ah? Right here in a water raft, people. We're going to try to go to Guatemala as the current is a little bit strong. Let me just sit down right here. Vamos a sentarnos un ratito, porque no me quiero caer. I'm just going to sit down right here This is the guy right here. That's Mexico over there. The current is a little bit strong, so we're gonna try to go halfway into the current. It's really easy to just migrate to one side to another. Let me record just a little bit and I will be right back with you. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas tú?
Julio.
Julio. His name is Julio. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
11.
Ven. 11. He's 11 years old. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De Guatemala? He's from Guatemala. ¿Qué es lo que haces? ¿A qué te dedicas? ¿Vas a la escuela? ¿En qué año vas? ¿Tercero de primaria? It's the third grade of elementary. ¿Alguna vez te has querido ir en esas caravanas y esas cosas? Have you ever tried to want to go on a caravan? He says no. ¿Por qué no? ¿Son muy violentas? ¿Sí? ¿Te da miedo? Yeah, I said they're really violent. You're scared? He says yes. ¿Cómo está aquí la vida en Guatemala? No te asustes. ¿Eh? ¿Cómo está la vida en Guatemala?
Bien.
Bien. ¿Te gusta tu país? How's the life in Guatemala? Is it okay? He said yes. Do you like your life in your country? He said yes. ¿Cómo te llamas tú, compa? Josué. ¿De dónde eres?
Aquí de Guatemala.
¿De Guatemala? ¿Te has querido ir en una de esas caravanas?
No.
¿No? ¿Por qué no? A ver.
Aquí estamos chambeando, pues. Gracias a Dios sale para la comida.
¿No hay necesidad de ir a pasar tanta... ¿Me andas dando vueltas o qué? There's no necessity to go, he says. There's no necessity. He says that, you know, he's happy here in Guatemala, so there's no necessity. Dale poquito para allá, no seas así. Jálate poquito. So we are right now right here in this water raft. As we're going around in circles, this guy is just making fun of himself. As you know, these are the water rafters right here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 water rafters right here. For everybody that is watching, how's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue. I'm on top of the water raft that I have crossed so many times on this water raft. Before. This is my 6th time over here in the part of with Guatemala and Mexico. It's my 6th time that I've been here. And this is so amazing that the port of entry is open. So it tells you a lot about the security factor when it comes to COVID, when it comes to the COVID variant, when it comes to all the infections that are coming from all across the world. There's no inspection on the side of Mexico. So this COVID variant or this COVID stuff, it is a non-stop effect between our borders. It is exactly what is happening between the border of Tijuana and San Diego, California, where Americans are crossing every day to our country of Mexico. And also, Mexicans are not allowed to cross to the United States because they're not essential. But you have a lot of thousands of tourists from the United States of America coming over here. It is exactly the same effect that's right here between Guatemala citizens that they cross illegally and irregularly into the port of entry. This is not a port of entry. This is just a port of tourism and water rafts between Mexico and Guatemala. And it is a reality. I'm doing it right now on top of a water raft. So, it's just unbelievable for everybody to understand how easy it is to cross from one country to another with this COVID nonsense that is occurring between our borders, and how it is so important that this is the way that it should be controlled on this particular part of the country and the world, to not be affected on our borders, but it's not controlled ultimately right now. So let's go back. Si quieres, dale para atrás ya. Ya dale para atrás si quieres. So we're gonna go back now, just for you guys to understand where am I. Just gonna sit down right here. This is the Guatemala. We're in the middle of the river Suchiate. Right there, there's the volcano that we visited the last time. It's a nice, calm evening. There's no much activity. But I wanted to come over here to show you guys how it is a reality. It's not closed. There's no security whatsoever between the Guatemala government and ultimately the Mexican government. Whoever is telling you in mainstream media, it is a lie. That is a secure border, that is being controlled, that there's no infections, that there's a security between two countries. It is a lie. This, as you can see, it is wide open, and people and water rafters are continue to work. Now, where is the actual port of entry to cross to Mexico? It is over there. That is the bridge. That is ultimately the legal way to cross. But, nobody crosses that way because it's so easy to just cross through a water raft, as I am doing right now. And I'm riding a water raft with my buddies right here. And I'm just having a conversation with them as normal as possible. That's how easy it can be to just cross from one country to another without no paperwork and without nothing. It's just unbelievable. But for everybody that wants to support our work, our reality, and our truth of our news, buy me a copy is on the top and the bottom of the link, and also our PayPal is pinned on the message box if you guys like to contribute for our reality and the truth of the news. So also tomorrow we will be bringing you live coverage of a plane that is going to be arriving by Texas. This plane that is going to arrive in Texas, it is with deportees that they're coming from the United States of America, non-Mexican, all of them, they are Central American. So these deportees, they are being dropped off at the port of exit of Talisman, and after that, they are dropped off crossing to the other to the other country with nobody to receive them. The most important information that we need to get about this is that unaccompanied minors, they are registered to be deported into these particular from the United States of America to over here. Unaccompanied minors, the ones that Joe Biden is saying ultimately, he's saying that he's going to receive and help. Those unaccompanied minors are the ones that right now they are saying that they are deporting them little by little. So let us just change the camera right here as we are about to go on the dock. Look at this young kid. He's the one that is going to help us dock the water raft. That's crazy. Look how young kids are, and they're working right here. That's just crazy. That is just crazy. This kid's supposed to be enjoying themselves. So water raft coming across right here from our country to another place. Ahí voy. Ahí está. Eso. ¿A quién le pago? ¿Cuánto es? 200. Ah, caray. ¿Cuánto va a ser?
La puta en la noticia.
¿Cuánto me va a cobrar? ¿400
pesos?
No me vuelvo a venir para acá, ¿eh?
¿Por qué, patrón?
Ahí les va. ¿Quién me va a dar cambios? Él me da los 100. En Maynor. Saluden a todos, saluden ahí. Saquen la mano, saquen la mano. Saluden pues.
¿Qué me Facebook sale eso?
¿Eh?
¿Me Facebook sale?
¿Qué? Chócala. Todo. ¿Dónde está? El cambio. Here is the port. As that is easy. ¿Eh? No. 100 pesos nada más, tráiganse. ¿Cuántos en quetzales? No. ¿Cuántos en quetzales?
En quetzales están como 30. 100 pesos.
Depende de la feria, 50 pesos ahí. Yo tengo 50 pesos ahí.
Mira, los 100 pesos que se sobraron, se los das a ellos, mira, a los 3. ¿Ok? Se los das a los 3. ¿Está bueno? Órale pues, ahí está. Dale pues, ahí nos vemos. As we are right here, these people, man, these people, they're just, we're just walking right here. That's where we were, right here a few minutes ago. And this is how easy it is. how easy it is for everybody to understand that our borders are not secure. Ultimately, it is a beautiful area, but the most important thing about this is that everybody that is telling you that this is secure, they only have the National Guard right here on the top and some agents. As you guys understand, what the United States is going through right now, your border patrol being overflowed, and your border patrol needs more agents because they are overwhelmed of this enormous influx. It is exactly the same of what happened into Mexico. As you guys saw, last week, I was in an operation inside as a journalist, walking for more than 32 kilometers into the humidity and weather of the jungle. And it was a huge operation by a lot of agents from the National Guard and the border agents, a lot of agents. The most important thing about this is that it took a lot of work to stop 60% of the caravan, because a lot of them went through the parts of the jungle, went through other roads, and a lot of them made it through, and a lot of them got detained. 60%. If you understand 60% of every caravan, 40% goes through, or 40% makes it to the other side, what else does it tell you? That this continuous effect is never going to stop. And it's not stopping. As you guys see right here on the back, you see water rafters going back and forth continuously, with people coming in and people going out. And this tells you that our borders, that I live in the north side of our country, that is Tijuana, that is the border that connects to San Diego, California. And in the parts of Juarez that I visited, that is the border that connects to El Paso, Texas. Ultimately, the borders of Coahuila, the borders of Nuevo León, the borders of Tamaulipas, Reynosa, the borders of Sonora that connect to Arizona. If everything got control on this side, that is this is so important. This is why this video is so important. If everything got control on this side, we would not have that enormous influx. If everything got controlled on this side, we will never have this enormous influx. You heard it from kids right now. These kids are 10, 11 years old, and you ask them, have you ever thought about going in a caravan? No, it's too much. It's too dangerous. I'm right here, I'm happy, I'm working, I don't need that. So why you have a lot of these adults, that they are just, searching for a better life. I understand that. But some of them, they don't have the quite justification to say, this is the reason why. And, this is ultimately one of the particular reasons why we Mexican people, right now, we have an insecure border. It's open. It's wide open. Wide open. Let's continue. This is my sixth time in this border. I remember the first time that I came over here, and I promised all of my public, I told them I'm going to jump in a water raft. My first time that I got here, I only knew Carlos by message. That is, I know all the journalists now over here in Tapachula. They're really nice people, all of them. But this is my sixth time over here. The first time I remember clearly when I came over here, and I immediately when I got out of the plane, I met Carlos first time hand in hand. We were on the car, and he's told me, you want to go to the Suchiate River? You want to cross that river? Are you sure you want to do that? I'm like, yeah. That's the first thing that I want to do. And the first thing that I did in 2019, I believe so, is jumped on that water raft and cross to Guatemala and show how easy it is. And it has been like that for the longest of time. But since I have come over here for 3 years, it continues to be exactly the same way. If we want to stop this enormous influx and this huge influx of migrants that is occurring right now in our borders, and we want to put order in legal migration and regular migration into our country, this needs to be secure. Well, number one, identification, biometrics needs to be addressed. That's why the past president of the United States was labeled as a racist, because he was asking for biometrics. It's a normal thing. In Mexico, they ask for biometrics when you're going to vote. They ask for your voting ID in Mexico to legally vote and to legally, identify yourself as a legal born Mexican in Mexico. That is a normal procedure. But for the liberal left in the United States of America, that is oppressive. That is racist. That is fascist. That is narcissist. That is xenophobic. That is all of the above that I have told you. And for you to ask that there is a regular migration between these water rafts and our country of Mexico, that, people, that is racist. To ask that please, regularize this, do something about this. We have a huge spread of COVID, supposedly. And if you have that huge spread of COVID, why is this not being controlled? This is extremely important. Right here is the port of water raft entry from Guatemala to Mexico. Why are people allowed in the water raft without a mask? Where is the authorities of Guatemala controlling that? Where is the authority of Mexico asking for that as soon as they arrive here for a COVID test or something like that, like the United States government is doing to Mexicans, that they're not essential, right? We're not essential to the United States, but Americans are essential to Mexico, and they're coming back and forth every time with this COVID spread. Is it fair? No, it's not fair. Is it justifiable? Yes, it is. Because if we're controlling the influx from Mexico to the United States with Mexicans, that they're not acceptable and they're not essential to the United States, it should be exactly the same way for Americans to come into our country, as it should be exactly the same way for Guatemala to cross to Mexico, as it should be exactly from Guatemala to Honduras, as it should be exactly from Honduras to Nicaragua, as it should be exactly Nicaragua to Panama, Ecuador, and it should be exactly like that. Procedure, biometrics, legal migration, order, law, and order. Continuous effect of a legal way to do stuff, correct way to do stuff. Mass migration, irregular migration, brings child trafficking, brings insecurities, brings all these irregularities that you guys have seen as I have visited this place 6 times. And in all the 6 times that I have visited, I have shown you trafficking of gasoline, goods, children, massive caravans, ultimately crossing back and forth from one side to the other without no documentation, protest, and all this that surrounds the mass failure of this globalist compact of immigration. It's a pleasure to talk to you guys from the most important standpoint of this massive immigration failure from the globalist compact of immigration from the United Nations. This is the failure. This is the epicenter. This is the Ecuador right here. If we don't have a law and order, and if we don't have a place that it can be a filter for people, not only just for legal migration, for God's sake, right now we have a virus that is affecting the world. And if we don't have that on this particular standpoint in this river, we are not going to control this. And it is going to continue. And then you have the borders of the United States of America that they're wide open, but they want to shut down businesses. But you have this right here on the other side. This is the effect. This is a domino effect. That's why I've been telling everybody this is domino effect, domino effect, domino effect to all the world. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and rest a little bit. Has been a good day. Protest in the morning. Ultimately, we reported on that. Tomorrow, there's going to be more protests. As every day, that's the reason, one of the reasons why I came over here, because there's going to be everyday protest against the Institute National of Immigration, against the Mexican authorities. And this is extremely important that we document all of this that is happening. Follow me at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Telegram, and Getter. Also, you can follow me at Border Network News. Follow Border Network News, Instagram, Telegram, and Facebook. Follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero. Follow him everywhere, man. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we always say, oh, I forgot. First and foremost, go to www.oscarbluehealth.com. Go over there and order your free gift of vitamin D3 and zinc. Go over there. So right now, more than ever, that we need to have a excellent immune system and a perfect immune system so we can fight all these things that it can affect our bodies, so we can take care of our bodies, and then in the late stages, our body can take care of ourselves. Go over there, visit me, Google me, man. www.oscarbluehealth.com and get your free gift of vitamin D3 and zinc. Free gift. Wellness Warrior. I'm so glad and I'm so blessed to be working with our new sponsor, Wellness Warrior from the United States of America. God bless you all. Stay safe, and like we always say, people, peace and love, because always your country's first. God bless.